Good evening once again, and welcome to the Athletics and Wellness Center on the campus of Herron College as we bring you Richmond Red Devils basketball. And for the first time in the history of the WEDC basketball tournament, Richmond playing at Herron College after being beaten in their first two games of the WEDC Invitational, losing yesterday to Seton and then losing earlier today as well to Leo after leading throughout the entire ball game. They let that one get away, and so they lose earlier today, 0-2. Coming into today's matchup, they'll take on the Achaeans of Herron. They have lost both of their games, a blowout to Valparaiso and then losing to Dwenger earlier today as well. For the Red Devils, things right now not going very well. They will have to put another solid performance, at least try to get a solid performance put together against an Achaean team that comes in with a lot of athleticism, not a whole lot of size. In fact, both teams are pretty equal in the size department other than Richmond's Bo Carter. Everybody else right around that 6'2", 6'1" range. So we'll see how the Red Devils will respond here after losing earlier today and again letting that ball game get away. We do know Portage has advanced. They won just a few moments ago. They beat Indianapolis Lighthouse Charter School by a final of 65-56. So Portage advancing to tomorrow's consolation fifth place game. That will be a 12:30 start time here at Herron College. If the Red Devils win, it'll be Portage tomorrow. If the Red Devils lose, they will play at 11 o'clock, and they'll take on the Charter School at 11 for the consolation seventh place here in the tournament. But the Red Devils are hoping to get on track in this one, 2-9 coming in. Herron at 1-8 on the season. When we come back, we'll get you updated on some of the other games that are going on in the tournament. We do know they just got a score a couple of moments ago. The Connersville Spartans were losing to Warren Central by 13 very late in that contest. So it looks like the Warriors will advance in the winner's bracket as well. We'll tell you about some of the other games we have coming up later on right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. We'll do that coming up in just a couple of moments as well as we continue right here on the pregame, brought to you by New Vision Sports.
If you would like your athlete to take their game to the next level, look no further. New Vision Sports and their staff has over 20 years of experience in coaching and developing the serious-minded athlete. New Vision specializes in improving your basketball skills, overall speed, and agility. Find them on Facebook or Twitter, or give them a call at 765-977-5831. Again, call 765-977-5831, or go to their website at newvisionsports.com. Do you need help taking care of your car? I know my family does. That's why we take our vehicles to Beach Automotive in Richmond. We've been relying on Brad and his crew for years, and they always take good care of us without breaking the bank. For great auto service, stop by Beach Automotive at 110 East Main. Give them a call at 966-8181, or go to their website at beach-auto.com.
Maybe you haven't heard, but there's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show Cheers. You know, where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some of your friends and try out a game of live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else are you going to find this kind of variety, along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power and Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power and Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power and Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
Back once again at the Athletics and Wellness Center here at Herron College. Red Devils and the Achaeans coming up in just a few moments. Had an earlier game here as the Herron women ended up beating Kalamazoo, snapping a 7-game losing streak. So this has been a busy place, as has been the Tiernan Center over the last couple of days. We mentioned already Warren Central. They were beating Connorsville late in the contest at the Tiernan Center, so it looks like the Warriors will advance to the semifinals. They'll play tomorrow at 11:30. The next game up, Brian Cox has the call of the Franklin Central and Fort Wayne North game. That is scheduled to tip off at 5:30. I think they're a little bit behind on that one. You're probably looking at about a 5:45 start time to that contest. That'll be followed by the Seton and Hamilton Heights game scheduled for 7 o'clock, and then it'll be Bedford North Lawrence and Valparaiso at 8:30. And again tomorrow, the 11:30 game, that is the semifinal. That'll be followed also by the other semifinal at 1 in the championship game. That will be played at 7:30 tomorrow. We will bring you the consolation championship at 3 o'clock tomorrow. And again, depending on how the Red Devils do here today will also depend on what are the games we will be bringing you, whether the Red Devils play at 12:30 or 11 o'clock tomorrow. So a lot still can happen between now and tomorrow morning. So 32 games over 3 days, and we're almost done with day number 2. When we come back, we're going to bring you the starting lineups coming up in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. This is Red Devils basketball right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
Mancino's Pizza and Grinders, the very best in pizza and grinders. We use only the highest quality meats, cheeses, and vegetables. It's impossible not to taste the difference. Every morning we bake our bread to ensure our customers the freshest sandwiches. Mancino's offers more than grinders. They also have fantastic specialty pizzas and salads. Stop by for lunch, dinner, or after the game. Mancino's, 217 National Road West in Richmond. The taste of quality you expect.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So of course I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Back once again here at the Athletics and Wellness Center as we get set for the matchup. It's Richmond and Indianapolis Herron. The Achaeans will line up like this. Miles Simmons is a 6-foot senior. He wears number 1. He'll be joined in the starting lineup by Khalil Williams, a 6-foot senior, number 3. Damon Burns is a 6-foot senior, number 5. Keish Brewer, a 6'3 senior, number 14. And Lamont Murray is a 6'2 senior. He wears number 32. The head coach is Scott Adams. So again, for the Achaeans, it'll be Simmons, Williams, Burns, Brewer, and Murray. In fact, we were looking down on the bench a little bit ago, and they only have 8 players dressed out right now for the Achaeans, so I don't know if they ended up losing a couple of players or what the case may be, but they will be a little bit short-handed in this one here this afternoon. Red Devils looks like they'll go with the same starting lineup that they went with earlier today. Trey Griffin, a 5'10 junior, wearing number 3. Also, Bo Carter in the starting lineup, 6'6 and a senior, number 12. Christian Harvey's 5'10 and a sophomore. He wears number 20. Adrian Gibson, a 6'3 senior, number 23. And Evan Williams, a 6'3 senior, wearing number 25. And head coach Rick Wedlow, again, trying to pick up the 3rd win of the season for the Red Devils. The Richmond Red Devils will be the home team in this contest here this afternoon, getting into the evening hours, and then, of course, tomorrow, depending on which way they go. Really, tomorrow they'll be the visiting team either way because they'll be on the bottom side of the bracket, so this will be their final home game of this tournament. So there you see the Red Devils right now being introduced, and we're moments away from getting this one started. Next week, Red Devils will be on the road. Both games on Friday and Saturday. They will travel to Newcastle on Friday and then make a conference road trip to McCutcheon on Saturday. So the Red Devils have a tough way to begin the 2016 portion of their schedule, both road games. Again, Portage won moments ago. They beat Indianapolis Lighthouse Charter by a final 65-56. So Portage will hang around a little while and watch some of this ball game and scout what they see in Richmond as well as Indianapolis Herron. And they'll play that game tomorrow again at 12:30, and you can check out our website later on for all the scores and an update on the bracket as well and what, again, to expect tomorrow. We'll give you more updates as we go throughout the night here tonight and some of the finals that are going on at the Tiernan Center. Again, Scott Adams, the head coach for Herron, they lose their first game. They really got blown out by Valparaiso. They did not play well at all in that game and then turned around and lost to Dwenger in their second contest. So they come in at 1-8. Hard part about a game like this is you're really playing for nothing, but the Red Devils want to get a couple of wins to finish out this tournament and come out of here at 2-2 in their own holiday tournament. So Bo Carter will jump it up in the middle. He'll be up against Lamont Murray, and we're ready to get this one underway. Red Devils will attack left to right, again in the home white uniforms, and here we go. Again, this is for the opportunity to play for the consolation 5th place. And it'll be Christian Harvey with the basketball for the Red Devils. And as you would expect, Herron opening up in his zone. 3-pointer no good by Gibson. And Richmond's first shot of the ball game off the mark. Here's Burns. Ball loose and a turnover by the Achaeans. And then Richmond gives it right back, each team with the turnover. Achaeans will head the other way. They'll attack the basket. Block shot by Gibson. Outlet pass will find Harvey. He'll get to the basket and score. And the Red Devils on the board, leading this one 2-0. So good start. Red Devils got up to a good start earlier today before Leo comes back and picks up the win at the Tiernan Center. And that'll be a 10-second call as Herron turns it over now for the second time. So 2 turnovers now for Indianapolis Herron in just 2 possessions. So Richmond basketball. A little 3-1-1 zone put on right here. And almost more of a 1-3-1 once you drop that middleman back. Here's a nice pass to Bo Carter underneath, give the assist to Gibson. The Red Devils lead at 4-0. Bo Carter with that length underneath at 6'6". Herron basketball as the Red Devils look to trap right here. They're going to try to force some turnovers against a Herron team that is very susceptible to turning the ball over. Ball loose. There's the 3rd turnover. Red Devils back the other way. Christian Harvey to the basket, 6-0. And timeout on the floor. Good start for Richmond, 6-0 here in the opening period of play. This is Richmond basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all handpicked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at Tony'sCarsales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Well, a good start for the Red Devils here against Indianapolis Herron. 6:36 to go in period number 1, and Richmond on top of this one, 6-0. Richmond will trap right here. Miles Simmons, the team's leading scorer, gets it across the timeline to Williams. And a traveling call against Lamont Murray before he put the ball on the floor, and that'll be the 4th turnover now on Herron. We mentioned Portage advancing there. Getting a chance to watch both these ball clubs right here. Herron back in the zone. Here's Bo Carter back out to Williams. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound by Gibson. Gibson, quick pass will find Harvey. Nothing there, so he kicks out to Griffin. Griffin drawing 2 different Herron players. They know that Griffin certainly has the potential to be a dangerous shooter from the outside. And a dangerous pass for Williams. 2nd turnover by Richmond. Here come the Achaeans. With the basketball is Simmons. Simmons, a senior. In the corner, now the drive ball loose. Squirts into the hands of Brewer. Brewer on the drive, no good. Battle for the rebound, falls into the hands of Williams. And now Richmond basketball. Well, the Achaeans now 2.5 minutes. And they have yet to put a point on the board. Now 3-2 zone put out there by Indianapolis Herron. They're going to trap Williams, and he steps out of bounds. 2 straight turnovers now by Evan Williams. And let's see if he's going to come out of the ball game, and he is. So Williams leaves. 2 out of the 3 turnovers by Williams, and we'll see now Tyrone Washington come into the Richmond lineup. Red Devils zone trap once again. This is Simmons across the timeline. Boy, Richmond almost got a turnover once again. Here's Brewer down the lane, got the roll. So Brewer finally getting Herron on the board. And another turnover by Richmond. That'll be 4 now, and a foul on the way back, and that will put Simmons at the line. Richmond now with 4 turnovers. They've had 3 straight. And now we'll see Simmons at the line. The team's leading scorer at one point was averaging 17 points per game. And at the line for the first time tonight, hits the first one. And after the Red Devils opened up with a 6-3 lead, deficit now down to 3 for Herron. Second free throw now by Simmons. It is good as well, so Simmons on the board. And Herron trailing it by 2 with 4:50 remaining here in period 1. Red Devils are going to see a lot of zone the rest of this season, knowing that Richmond has struggled from the outside in the shooting department. Gibson strong to the basket with the left hand. Good, 8-4. How about Gibson? He's a guy, we've said it time and time again. They've got to have him on the floor. Very close to an over and back, and the ball knocked out of bounds by Griffin. Dangerous pass by Khalil Williams. You'd think that Herron would handle the press a little bit better. They probably see plenty of teams out of the Indianapolis area trying to press them. And there's a block by Gibson. He had Lamont Murray there on the drive. That was Brewer. Red Devils basketball. And that'll be a travel 5th turnover now by Richmond. Adrian Gibson working straight away as he attacks the basket. But again, ends up giving Richmond their 5th turnover. 4 turnovers by Herron. And the Red Devils still lead at 8-4. Here's Williams. Get it back outside to Simmons, and they'll attack straight away as the Red Devils They will go zone themselves. Here's Murray. Murray up off the glass, good as he took it over Carter. And Murray, his first 2 points. And the Red Devils up by 2. Washington back outside once again to Griffin. Here's Washington on the left wing. Griffin for 3, short. Bo Carter gets the offensive rebound. Bo using that 6'6" frame. Here's a skip pass. We'll find Washington in the corner. His jumper no good. Rebound by Gibson. Put back counted. Gibson now with 4. And another offensive rebound for Gibson. 10-6. Richmond up by 4. Just over 3 minutes remaining here in the first period. Brewer on the dribble in the corner. Here's Williams. No from 3. Loose basketball picked up in the air by Murray. Missed it with the left hand. Looked like he may have had a shot with the right hand. Red Devils out on the run. Here's Washington. Goes by the defender. Lays it in. And the Red Devils lead it by 6 once again. Small crowd here at Earlham College. Drive down the lane and a whistle called on the Red Devils. Keish Brewer, the 6'3" senior, trying to find an opening. 2:41 remaining as a change. Bo Carter coming out. A.J. Ferguson will check into the lineup. Bo picking up the foul. That is his first. Entry pass off the inbound, nearly taken away as Tyus Cunningham is checked in now for Herron. Also in the lineup will be Nate Merriweather. He is a 5'9" junior. 2:27 to go, opening period. Red Devils up by 6. Herron basketball. Here's Simmons. Off down to Brewer. Back to Simmons. His three-pointer on the way, no good. Ball tip in the air by Murray. And coming out with it will be, for the Red Devils, Ty Washington. Now Richmond back into that zone offense as the Achaeans go into their zone as well. Here's Gibson, baseline shot off the back of the iron, and the rebound Merriweather. And the Achaeans trying to run as well. Here's Cunningham. He will find wide open at the top of the key, and missing the shot is Merriweather. And coming out with it for the Red Devils will be Griffin. Griffin will take it himself, stripped out of his hands, goes out of bounds. It'll stay Richmond basketball. Van Landingham coming in for the Red Devils. Also coming in will be Makai Davis. And as you see, Richmond will inbound on the baseline. That'll be A.J. Ferguson. We didn't see Davis play at all in the Seton contest. Good ball movement in the corner, and Richmond passes up the shot. That is Washington. Back to Griffin. Three-pointer is short. Rebound, A.J. has Ferguson in there to get his first 2 points. And the Red Devils now lead at 14-6, 1:19 remaining here in period number 1. And there's another turnover, almost a turnover, I should say, as it goes both ways. And then it goes out of bounds. It'll be Richmond basketball. So Herron giving up the possession. That will be their 5th. Each team now with 5. And we're at 1 minute remaining here in period number 1. Griffin at the elbow, back once again to Van Landingham. He'll find Washington. Red Devils again moving the ball quickly against the zone. Griffin down to Davis in the left corner. 44 seconds remaining in the quarter. Here's A.J. Ferguson into Davis. Turnaround shot, that's blocked as Lamont Murray got a piece of it. And the Achaeans in transition the other way. Here is Merriweather. He will find Cunningham. He likes that shot. He hasn't made it yet, but he likes to shoot it as he misses that one. Here is Washington for Richmond. 17 seconds on the clock. And now it'll be Van Landingham. It backs it away from Simmons. Washington checks the clock. It's at 8 seconds. Washington straight away looking right. Van Landingham, 4 seconds on the clock. Ferguson back to... That is Washington, who missed the jumper at the buzzer, and that will do it for the opening period of play. Red Devils on top of this one, 14-6. It's Richmond basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
Jiffy Lube of Richmond features the Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change. As much as you paid for your vehicle, keep it on the road as long as possible. The Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change is more than an oil change. It's preventative maintenance to keep your car running smoothly. Jiffy Lube, 2993 East Main in Richmond. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 8 to 5.
Good start for the Red Devils here this afternoon into the evening as they lead it now 14-6. After the opening period of play, Richmond led by Harvey and Gibson, each with 4. And so it will be Herron basketball as we're underway in quarter number 2. Red Devils stays zone. Here's the drive by Simmons and a foul. Foul will be before the shot by Simmons, so we'll take this one out on the baseline. And it looks like they got Van Landingham. So far, no fouls called on Herron. Ball loose, another turnover by the Achaeans. That's number 6. Red Devils with Ferguson on the drive, and we've got an offensive foul on Ferguson. AJ will pick up his first. Red Devils now with the 6th turnover of the first half. Merriweather out front along with Simmons. They have had issues scoring here in the first half and haven't even really had that many shots. Here's Simmons. Simmons cutting down the lane, and he's going to get fouled, and they may get Ferguson another quick one on Ferguson. And it will be AJ picks up number 2. Simmons 2 points, both from the free throw line in the first quarter. And we'll be back there for 2 more. We mentioned Warren Central was leading their game earlier again. They beat Connersville 54-39 as Simmons hits the free throw. So Warren Central advancing to the semifinals tomorrow. Simmons with his second free throw. It is good. He's a perfect 4 of 4, and the Red Devils lead it now 14-8. Herron stays zone as Gibson looking for an opening. Kicks it off to Ferguson. By the way, Derek Clemens checking into the Richmond lineup. Gives it back to Gibson. Drive with the left hand. Count it. Gibson now with 6. And the Red Devils lead this one 16-8 as Gibson strips that one out of the hands of Burns, and it goes out of bounds. 3 changes now for Herron in their lineup as they will bring Keish Brewer back in. Looks like the other player coming back. Well, in fact, we're going to see Ty Oldham, number 30, for the first time with a basketball. And stepping on the baseline and a turnover. That was Burns, and that'll be the 7th turnover now on the Achaeans. Red Devils coming back right here with Christian Harvey. Van Landingham will sit down. 6:47, period number 2. Red Devils on top, 16-8. Not much pressure put on the Red Devils that time by the Achaeans, and they'll fall back into their zone. And now it'll be Christian Harvey at the point. Entry pass A.J. back once again to Gibson. He'll drive and score. Gibson now with 8. And the Red Devils with their biggest lead now at 10. Gibson 8 points. He leads all scorers as his free throw is short. And Mackay almost sneaks in there and picks up the loose basketball. Here's Williams. The Achaeans still under the 10-point mark here in the first half. That pull-up jumper on the way is no good as Oldham can't get it to fall. And Clemens the rebound for Richmond. Here's Harvey. He'll push it with the left hand. And here on the strong drive, boy, I tell you what, you can't stop this guy right now. That's Gibson. 10 points by Gibson. And the Red Devils lead at 28. Here's a long-range 3 straight away as now the Achaeans settling for the 3. They get the ball back and lay it in. Bucket good by Williams. Williams will get his first 2. Red Devils with their 7th turnover. The Richmond still with a 10-point lead. Harvey will drive, feeds it off to Davis. Davis left wide open. Now it'll be Clemens down the lane. Got it. Clemens with his first 2, and Richmond doing a good job attacking the basket here in the second. Now 12-point lead. Another 3-pointer as the Achaeans trying to get back in it with a 3, and that one is good. Cunningham, his first points of the night, and the lead down to 9. Here's Harvey, going to try to break that defense down again. Mackay, Clemens, back once again to Gibson. Clemens on the wing, now will drive, ball squirts loose, picked up by Gibson, throws it up, thought he got fouled, no whistle. Achaeans in transition. Here's Burns, 15-footer straight away, no good. Rebound Harvey. He had a man ahead of him, that's Gibson. Gibson finally gets it and lays it in. 12 points by Gibson, 12 of the Red Devils' 24 here in the first half of play. We're down to the near 4-minute mark. Pull-up shot no good by Williams. And the rebound by A.J. Ferguson. Richmond leading it by 11. Ferguson sets the screen. Harvey gives it off to Davis. Davis tries, and a whistle and a foul. And it will be on the floor. Davis trying to convince that he was shooting. Richmond will inbound on the baseline. Couple of changes as Bo Carter will come back in for Richmond as Mackay will sit down. Looks like Lamont Murray has come back in the lineup now for the Achaeans. He'll try to give them a little bit of size inside. Only 6'2". Nothing there for Harvey, so he will bring it back out and reset the offense at 3:44 in the second quarter. That is Clemens and Gibson switching direction. Clemens looks inside. Gibson, Bo Carter actually got it to Gibson, and he hits the 3. And Richmond now with a 14-point lead. And another turnover by the Achaeans. That's 8. Here's Harvey on the drive. Short. Gets it back, lays it in. Harvey stays with it. He has 6. And Richmond now putting it to Herron. As we come up on the 3-minute mark, Herron has kind of settled for the outside shot. They can't find anything down low. Shot's going to be missed by Burns, and Herron able to get the offensive board. Little jumper down the lane by Oldham, no good. Out on the run, here's A.J. He will find Bo, and Bo lays it in. Unselfish play by A.J. Ferguson, and Bo Carter now with 4 points. And the Red Devils lead at 31-13. Big second quarter here for Richmond. looking for an opening. This will be Burns for three. Shot the air ball. Murray tried to get it, saved by A.J. Ferguson. And the Red Devils back on the attack as we come up on the 2-minute mark. Harvey on the drive, the kickback. Here is Clemens. That'll be Carter straight away. Back out to Burns. Boy, Burns, the hot hand here in the first half for Richmond. 17 of the 31 points now scored by Adrian Burns. Adrian working now with the right hand. Here is Ferguson. Short jumper, no good. And the rebound by Williams. Drive down the lane, almost losing it is Burns, and able to save that one from going out of bounds. The Keans will give it back. We'll see Miles Simmons come in. Also coming in for the Achaeans, looks like Brewers checked back into their lineup. Williams is in, Van Landingham coming in, and also Griffin coming in for the Red Devils. Red Devils not subbing quite as freely on that possession. They really let the 5 players on the floor at that time get up and down the floor a little bit. Get into a little bit of a rhythm in the ball game. Here's Williams. He'll reverse it. Now to Griffin. Van Landingham looking inside to Bo Carter. Here's where Richmond sometimes gets a little stagnant in their offense. Instead of trying to really attack, they end up settling to the outside. We're down to minute 8. Richmond may go ahead and try to play for the final shot here in the first half. There's a drive, and Van Landingham, good job taking that one to the basket. Achaeans pick up the foul. That'll be team foul number 3 now on the Achaeans. Red Devils will inbound baseline. That's AJ. Here's Williams. Little runner, good. Williams with his first 2. And the Red Devils lead it by 20. Herron, as we mentioned, coming in with just 1 win. The Red Devils only 2 wins on the year. Here's Simmons, another 3, and that one's missed as it goes over the top of the backboard. So Richmond will get it back at 37.6 seconds remaining. And for Adrian Gibson, what a half he has had. We mentioned 17 of Richmond's 33 points. He's pretty much unstoppable in the first half, doing a good job taking the ball strong to the basket as Van Landingham works it out front against Merriweather. Now it'll be Griffin. Williams. Bounce pass will find Ferguson. Drives, right hand, good. 4 now for Ferguson. Herron basketball, 6 seconds remaining. And a whistle and a traveling call as they will get Simmons on the travel, their 9th turnover here in the first half. So with 2.7 remaining on the clock, Richmond still gets a look right. Here's Van Landingham. Half-court shot is on the way and misses it. We have made it to halftime, all Richmond here in the first half as Red Devils look for their first win here in the Wedig Memorial Tournament. We'll come back with your first half numbers coming up in just a couple of moments. This is Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU, focused on you.
Hey, Chuck, where you headed? Spending class about to start?
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for like the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
Reynolds Plumbing, the area's leader in residential and commercial plumbing. Fast, friendly, 24-hour emergency service. You name it, they can fix it. Whether it's installation, remodeling, sump pumps, well pumps, water heaters, or sewer camera service, they now have service on heating and air conditioning. Give them a call at 966-0994 for free estimates. Reynolds Plumbing, 198 South 2nd Street in Richmond.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom,
mathematics education requires
but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare your kids for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you'll see. High school sports, an essential part of a complete education. This message brought to you by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the high schools in this community.
Kids are often the targets of bullies because they're different, but not all victims fit that profile. Hi, I'm Bill Stanczykiewicz with the Indiana Youth Institute. New research suggests that as students become more popular in middle and high school, they are at increased risk for gossip, harassment, and physical attacks from rivals competing for similar status. The more popular the victim, the more magnified the consequences of the bullying, including depression, anxiety, anger, and decreased school attachment. This type of victimization is a pattern of bullying that often is not considered bullying and often goes unaddressed. So even if your child seems popular, check in with him or her and see how things are going. This Kids Count Minute is a message from the Indiana Youth Institute. For more parent tips and helpful information, join us online at iyy.org/kids.
Kids count on you.
Richmond in the first half, leading it 35-13. Back once again here at the Athletics and Wellness Center on the campus of Earlham College. Richmond holding Herron to just 13 points in that first half of play. So far, only 5 field goals scored. Actually, I'm going to take that back. 4 field goals scored by Herron in the first half of play as well. And Adrian Gibson will mark that back. 15 points of the Red Devils, 35 in the first half of play. So here's how the scoring went. We'll go with Herron, and maybe their biggest number is they just didn't shoot well. We haven't received these statistics from the first half, but you know they didn't shoot well at all. They did turn the ball over 9 times, in the first half as well. Simmons led the way with 4, all on free throws. Their leading score at about 17 per game, has yet to score a field goal in today's contest. 2 points by Williams, 2 points by Brewer, 3 by Cunningham, and Murray with 2. The Red Devils led Gibson with 15, 6 points by Harvey, Carter with 4, 4 points by Ferguson, and then 2 points by Washington, 2 by Williams, and 2 by Clemens. And that rounds out the Red Devils scoring in the first half of play. The Richmond outscoring Herron 21-7 in that second quarter. See if the Red Devils can continue to play well in the second half. We'll come back with your second half of action right here. Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Do you need help taking care of your car? I know my family does. That's why we take our vehicles to Beach Automotive in Richmond. We've been relying on Brad and his crew for years, and they always take good care of us without breaking the bank. For great auto service, stop by Beach Automotive at 110 East Main. Give them a call at 966-8181 or go to their website at beach-auto.com. Reynolds Plumbing, the area's leader in residential and commercial plumbing. Fast, friendly, 24-hour emergency service. You name it, they can fix it. Whether it's installation, remodeling, sump pumps, well pumps, water heaters, or sewer camera service, they now have service on heating and air conditioning. Give them a call at 966-0994 for free estimates. Reynolds Plumbing, 198 South 2nd Street in Richmond.
There's a place in Richmond's Depot District that's better than being home. Little Sheba's is a lot like the bar in that 80s TV show where everybody knows your name. Come on down after the game on Fridays and join us for pizza. We're here till 11. Or grab some friends and come play live trivia Thursday nights at 6:30. If you love live music, Little Sheba's features some of the very best every weekend. Where else can you find this kind of variety along with some of the best food and friends in town? Little Sheba's in Richmond's Depot District. It really is better than being home.
It's game time. The Sportsplex is now open. Get your teams together and come out for basketball, volleyball, soccer, tennis, golf, batting cages, wrestling, and much, much more. The Sportsplex also offers court rentals for your entire team to play a pickup game or to hold practices. Use our turf fields for multiple sports, including flag football, baseball fielding, and rugby. Sportsplex is open 7 days a week. Check out FamilyFitnessWorks.com for more information and current hours, or call 765-935-0111.
Jiffy Lube of Richmond features the Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change. As much as you paid for your vehicle, keep it on the road as long as possible. The Jiffy Lube Signature Service Oil Change is more than an oil change. It's preventative maintenance to keep your car running smoothly. Jiffy Lube, 2993 East Main in Richmond. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday, 8 to 5.
Maybe you knew that Indiana University East has world-renowned professors and 50 highly respected IU degree programs. Still, there's someone you should meet. He's a red wolf. He's Rufus, our mascot. He's here for our intercollegiate sports, dozens of student clubs, and to make sure things aren't too, well, tame. Check us out at iue.edu or drop by. But be careful. No leash. IU, focused on you.
Are you looking for a quality used car you can trust to take you where you want to go? Stop at Tony's Car Sales at 250 National Road West. Tony's has a top-of-the-line selection of low-mileage, one-owner cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, all hand-picked by Mike and Adrian Parker. Tony's is family-owned with 3 generations and 60 years of experience. Check out their selection at tonyscarsales.com or at 250 National Road West. Tony's Car Sales, where honesty, quality, and price sell cars.
Now Red Devils a comfortable lead as we're ready for the third, 35-13. Now we'll see if Richmond can sustain that lead here in the second half, pick up their first win of the 2015 Wedig, and then think about Portage coming up tomorrow. Again, if they do win, we'll be back here tomorrow here at Earlham College, a 12:30 tip-off time. Should mention one other score. Fort Wayne North beating Franklin Central after one, 15-11. By the way, the Red Devils did not even go to the locker room Their locker room way up on the far side of the Wellness Center as Williams misses the shot, knocked out of bounds by Griffin. So the Red Devils basically stayed on the bench for the halftime. Bottom line, just keep doing what they've been doing in that first half, and they'll come out of here with a victory as Simmons working out front against that 1-2-2 zone trap. A little European step that time, but missed by Brewer. And the rebound, Lamont Murray will lay it in for his 4th point. Lead back to 20. Cutting down the lane as Bo Carter has it stripped out of his hands, and Williams will now pick it up. He will fire and leave it way short. Here is Simmons on the top against the zone as they'll work it down the left baseline. Simmons out front. That'll be Brewer. Simmons again, a leading scorer on the team. No field goals so far, and almost a turnover. Good save that time by Burns. That shot up the side of the backboard. As Williams coming up empty. Here is Burns. He'll take the inside track and lost it out of his hands, and a turnover by the Red Devils. That is their 8th turnover. Red Devils stay in that zone trap as they will slow things down for the Achaeans here in the 3rd quarter. Simmons off the right elbow. Now we'll bring it back out as his entry pass will find Murray. Left hand, no. Bo Carter with a rebound. Outlet pass will find the sophomore Harvey. Here's a 3-pointer from the corner, no good by Griffin. And Achaeans basketball as Burns will come out with it. Burns going to take it himself against Gibson, and it'll be a 2-shot foul as Gibson, that's only his first. Tylee Hampton will come in for Richmond on the next dead ball opportunity, and also we'll see Washington come in. First foul of the second half, and that will put Burns at the line again for 2 shots. He is scoreless up until that free throw. And there you see Washington stepping into the Richmond lineup. Hampton also in. Hampton played, and I didn't see the game earlier today, but he did play a little bit last night against Seton. Second free throw is good. So Burns will get 2, 35-17. Harvey bringing that one across the timeline, and the skip pass saved by Hampton. Washington back again to Hampton. And the Red Devils will get a timeout. Things getting, again, a little stagnant offensively, so they'll get the timeout. 5:54 remaining here in the 3rd.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, Richmond Power and Light is advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. For more information on Richmond Power and Light, go to their website at rp-l.com. Richmond Power and Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
Red Devils with the timeout. 5:54 remaining here in the 3rd as you see the offense kind of, again, getting a little stagnant right there. So Coach Wedlow getting a timeout, try to get him regrouped right here. Mentioned Hampton stays in the lineup. Richmond going a little 1-4 high. Here's Hampton. Griffin, top of the key, back again to Harvey. Bo Carter is watching Bo right there. He needs to ask for the basketball down there in the low post. Here's Hampton, a little floater in the lane, good. Hampton with his first two. Devils back up by 20. Herron's going to come back the other way. Shot's going to be missed by Williams. Williams gets it back, blocked by Bo Carter. Players on the floor, and we have a jump ball. It'll be Herron basketball. Van Landingham will come in now for Richmond. That is Simmons now for the Cairns. Red Devils stay zone. A little 2-1-2 with Simmons in the corner. Three-pointer of the way, missed. As they stay cold, the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay a Cairns basketball. Burns unable to hit that shot deep in the corner. Off the inbound, and bucket good. The foul called on Hampton. One of the few positives for Herron in this one so far here today as they continue to struggle from the outside, and Burns will go to the line. Burns with 4 points. They'll make it 5. One thing they have done well so far is the free throws. They are perfect today from the free throw line, but again, they're down by 17. Brewer really trying to force the action at the top of that zone. As again, the Achaeans trying a little zone trap. And Landingham back once again to Griffin in the corner to Washington. Washington looking for the opening, dangerous pass. Hampton will find Van Landingham. Now here's the problem you have is the Red Devils will draw the foul. Is on the floor. You look at the 5 players right now, the 3 guards and the 2 forwards, is no one really looking to be aggressive scoring. As Hampton comes out, A.J. Ferguson come in. There's got to be somebody on the floor of these 5 where you take the initiative, you need to be a scorer. Here's Bo Carter. Jumper good. Bo off the inbound. He has 6. Red Devils back up by 19. Cairns will settle for the 15-footer. That's going to be missed. Boy, right now, Burns, Simmons, Williams, Brewer, Murray, none of those guys have been able to hit the outside shot with any consistency. And that has killed them today. Here's Van Landingham. Washington now at the elbow with a left-hand dribble, bouncing to Griffin. That's Carter. Back out to Griffin. Three-pointer, no. Ball tipped. Ferguson trying to get the rebound. Saved by Van Landingham. Inside to Bo Carter. Left hand, no. And again, they'll battle for the loose basketball. Griffin, shot good. Griffin, as the Red Devils continue to battle for the loose basketball. And Richmond up by 21. There's a drive in the lane, and bucket good this time by Brewer. Brewer now with 4. The Red Devils lead it by 19. We're down to 3 minutes. Nice pass from Washington to A.J. Ferguson. Bucket good, and he'll go to the line for 1. Now the Red Devils have upped that lead to 21. We'll see Clemens come in. Changes here for the Achaeans as well. As we mentioned, they only have 8 players for today's contest. Ferguson was 6. This is his first trip now to the free throw line. And Richmond now with a 22-point lead here in the third. Lanningham nearly taking the ball that time away from Burns. 9 different players now scoring for Richmond. That jumper is going to be missed by Brewer. Clemens with a rebound. Baseball pass will find Washington. He'll spin baseline, left it short. Rebound, Bo Carter inside. Bo saves it from going out of bounds. Clemens down the lane, offensive foul. Well, that's one of those you see a little bit of an opening, but you're hoping maybe he'd just come up short and shoot that jumper in the lane. 9th turnover now by Richmond, and for Clemens, he will pick up his first. Team foul number 3 now on Richmond. See there, the Red Devils stay in that zone trap, and Clemens picks up his second quick foul. And right there, no need to reach that far. You're that far away from the basket. That's just good basketball common sense. No need to foul out there unless you have a clear steal. Now Clemens with 2 as the Achaeans will now face the Red Devils back in their 2-3. Achaeans have scored more points, though they turn over for the 10th time. Ball goes out of bounds, and Richmond will give it right back. That's off of the leg of Tyrone Washington. So Richmond's turned it over 10 times. 9 points scored by Herron. So far in this quarter, the most points they've scored in any one quarter so far. And they're going to get A.J. Ferguson on the foul as he tried to get the block of Burns. Ferguson just picked up his 3rd. Burns is 3 for 3 from the line. All of his points coming here in the 3rd. And he left that one short. That is their first missed free throw so far in this ball game. 2:01 remaining here in the 3rd. Richmond leading it by 22. Second free throw is good. Herron's going to pick up full court man-to-man. We'll see if they drop back in a zone, though, eventually. And they do. So they go man-to-man to the zone. No, they're going to stay man, so they've decided they're going to go ahead and play this one man-to-man for the last 142. Boy, Bo has a huge size advantage inside. There's Washington, bucket good. A.J. Ferguson will get the assist. Washington now with 4. Red Devils lead it now by 23. Here's a 3-pointer again. That's an air ball. I'd love to know what their shooting percentage is. It's got to be under 20. As Mekhi Davis will come in, Washington will take a seat. Well, I think one thing we've seen in this game already, and again, I don't know what changes there are, but not as many substitutions for Richmond. I'm talking about, that's a foul in the backcourt by Brewer. Just not as many guys coming in and out. They let him play 3-4 solid minutes and then make a change instead of changing every couple of minutes. I've always hated that substitution pattern, because players need to get into a little bit of a rhythm in a game, both offensively and defensively. And if you're riding the pine and then coming in and riding the pine again, that doesn't work. Here's Clemens, baseline jumper, good. Well, the Red Devils on top of this one, 48-23, under a minute to go in the 3rd. Here's another jumper missed. Boy, the Achaeans going to live and die by the jump shot, and they're dying today. Burns missed that one badly. Down the lane, Davis to A.J. Ferguson. Ferguson now with 9 points. And how about Richmond here again, 50 points. There's another 3 on the way. That's going to be missed, as Oldham has missed 2 3-pointers. Well, that was a quick release on that one. If you're the head coach, Scott Adams, not a whole lot of good basketball IQ on that one. He wanted to play for the final shot here in the 3rd quarter, but Richmond with a 27-point lead. Van Lanningham nearly turned that one over. 2 seconds to go. Here's Ferguson at the buzzer. No. All Richmond after 3. Red Devils on top of this one, 50-23. This is Richmond basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, Chuck, where you headed? Spinning's about to start.
I'm heading to CrossFit.
Isn't that for, the elite lifters or athletes only?
No, at FFW CrossFit, all workouts can and will be scaled to any ability level to welcome everyone.
Sounds great. I need to get out of the same old workout routine. I'm just not sure I can keep up. It seems pretty intense.
No real lifting experience is needed. FFW CrossFit teaches you everything you need to know and move at your own pace in a positive, motivating environment.
You know, I've always wanted to give it a try. I'll see you there.
Learn more at ffwcrossfit.com.
You've got too much stuff in your house or in your business and nowhere to put it all. What do? Here's the answer. Quaker City Storage in Richmond. Quaker City Storage offers various size units for either short-term or long-term storage. You'll get the best rates in town, and you always have 24-hour lighted access to your stuff. Quaker City Storage on Industrial Parkway next to A House Tool. Quaker City Storage is a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Richmond, certainly from a standpoint, they've struggled here in the first 2 games of this tournament. Good right now, at least to this point, having a little bit of fun and a blowout victory to this point. 27-point lead, 8 minutes now to go, and Richmond can now look toward Portage tomorrow. Again, that is a 12:30 start time. So it'll be Richmond basketball. Boy, dangerous skip pass by Griffin. That's just not a pass you want to make right there. No need to make that pass. You'd certainly want to cut down the chance for the ball to be stolen. Just go back to the top and work it that way. But Griffin thought he saw an opening right there, and the Herron defense read it well. Mackay in the lane, unable to catch the basketball. Turnover by Richmond. That's 11 turnovers by the Red Devils, and Herron decides it's still the giving season, and they give it right back. They have 11. Lebanon coming up next, and Indianapolis Tinley in the next contest here at Herron. I tell you what, double teamed as Davis turns and finds Ferguson. Nice shot fake and makes it from the other side. Good job by A.J. Ferguson. Read the defender well. Driving the lane by Brewer. He'll score. They will just not have enough offensively here today. Tylee Hampton ready to come back in for Richmond. Here's Clemens. Missed it. Clemens had a good look, and now the Achaeans out on the fast break. One thing about the Achaeans, after watching them a couple of times, as Burns will go to the line, you're very rarely going to give up the basketball, and you're not going to get it back very often. Not in this ball club. We've seen a lot of one-on-one plays by Simmons, all of them. I mean, just about every one of their players. Foul's going to be called on Van Landingham, his second. Hampton coming in. A.J. Ferguson playing well here today. He'll go to the bench. "11 points by Ferguson off the bench. Free throw number 2 by Burns is good. And we're down to 6.5 minutes. Here's Hampton. Back to Van Landingham. Now he needs to take it in another step or two as Griffin misses the 3. Well, they left him open as the ball loose. And it'll be a jump ball. Or did Richmond get the timeout? They'll say Richmond does get the timeout. 52-27 with 6:17 remaining.
Hitters Hangout Academy has everything you need to train year-round to become a better player. They offer everything from cage rentals to private lessons and specialized classes. They offer hitting, infield play, outfield play, catching, pitching, strength, and agility for baseball and softball players alike. Their goal is to leave players with a better understanding of the game and to learn why they do certain things, and as always, play the game the right way. For more information, go to their website, hittershangoutacademy.com.
Well, they called the last one instead of a timeout for Richmond. It was a jump ball, and the Red Devils commit the foul, so it'll be Clemens picking up number 3, I believe. Red Devils now with 7 team fouls, and Burns at the line. 6 of 7 from the lines for Burns. And back once again, the 2-shot foul, and the first one is good. (52-28), second free throw. And for some reason, we ended up getting a buzzer blew on that one. I don't know what the issue is. Burns, I thought they called that a 2-shot foul. The problem is there's only 6 on the board, so I think they just end up taking the points away, would be my guess. Board originally said 7. I looked up there, so I thought the reason he went to the line, it was a 2-shot foul. But then when it said 7, they acted like it was a 1-and-1, but now the board says 6. My guess, again, is they'll, and not that it really matters at this point with a 52-27 lead, but they would take the 2 free throws, or the free throw away, the 2 he's made. Again, Burns did make them both, and just take it out under the basket. They'll go ahead and bring the 2 coaches together and try to see if they can resolve this small issue. A close ball game, it certainly would be something to think about. But again, with the score the way it is right now, they'll go ahead and just keep it the way it is. So they give him the 2 free throws. So Burns, 4 points in the quarter, and here we go. Red Devils basketball leading at 52-29. Mackay down on that baseline did a nice job hiding, and Davis gets his first 2. Now the Red Devils have 10 different players in the scoring column. Ball tipped from behind, turnover again by Herron. They have 12. You got a man open, got to keep your head up for Van Landingham. Here's Hampton, he's going to shoot the 3 and miss it. Merriweather on the drive, and as I said, you very rarely will get the ball back once it's in the hands of one of the Herron players. They're very individual. Back in the ball game will be Simmons. Washington coming in for Davis. I think the production you're seeing right now, and again, this is not a great Herron basketball team, but I think what you're seeing right now for Richmond is still the chance to let these guys play several minutes at a time instead of subbing. We've seen Richmond subbing way too much, and players just don't get into the flow of a game. Here's Van Landingham down the lane and good, and now 11 players in the scoring column for Richmond. Players get a chance to get on the floor for some solid minutes, and there's where you see their production. Boy, a rare pass there by Herron. As Richmond's zone forces another turnover right into the hands of Tyrone Washington. Tyrone coast to coast and missed it. He probably has a better chance making that shot if he uses the right hand instead of his left hand on the right side. That's exactly what head coach Rick Wedlow is telling Tyrone as well. 2-shot foul with 4:39 to go. Foul's going to be called on Williams. He'll pick up his first. Herron will make a couple of changes in their lineup, and Tyrone back for number 2. Washington with 4 points. Again, 11 players have scored for Richmond. We haven't seen Burns, or I should say Gibson, a whole lot here in the second half. He had 15 points. He's pretty much sat the entire second half. That three-pointer no good by Simmons. Washington outlet pass will find Van Landingham. You play a game like this, and again, without your leading scorer, he is sitting on the bench. The Red Devils have been able to sustain it offensively. Here is Tylee Hampton. That'll be Van Landingham. Clock halfway through the fourth. Skip pass. Griffin will find Clemens. Back once again to Washington. The Red Devils right here can run a little clock, look for a good shot. Here's Griffin. Griffin in the lane. No on the jumper. And the rebound by Murray. Keans basketball, 3:40 to go. Seeing another drive, but there's a traveling call, and Van Landingham took one in the face on that one. 15th turnover now for Herron. Williams coming in, Bo Carter back in for Richmond. Van Landingham will take a seat, and also it'll be Washington coming out of the Richmond lineup. Now the Red Devils again, if things stay this way, 12:30 tomorrow against Portage for the 5th place on the consolation bracket. Almost stolen away there by Cunningham. Red Devils should have numbers. Here's Carter, lost the handle on it. Boy, Carter's got to get strong right there. Red Devils with their 12th turnover. And the Achaeans will score with Burns. 56-31. And we're coming up on the 3-minute mark. Williams for three, way short. Ball loose, picked up by Clemens. And a foul. Hope they're going to say a kick ball on the Achaeans. Washington coming back in for the Red Devils. I don't see that Burns, or I should say go back to Burns, go back to Gibson. I think he's hurt or anything. No indication on the bench. Washington left hand, good. Fell right into Tyrone's hands, and he scores, and the Red Devils lead it now by 27. Here's Simmons. And they'll wave it off. Foul called on Richmond. And now we know we're in the bonus. 8th team foul on Richmond. How about Simmons? No field goals today. Everything he's gotten, all 4 points so far from the free throw line. We mentioned coming into this tournament, he was averaging 17 points per game, but he has not produced today. 2:39 remaining. If Gibson is done for the day, and it appears he will be, he will finish with 15 as Simmons ends up getting both free throws. .230 remaining. And the Red Devils lead it by 25. There's a steal by Simmons. 2-on-2 the other way. Simmons with the left hand missed it, put back good. That was Cunningham on the follow. Cunningham with 5. And the Red Devils with a basketball. Tyrone Washington, a little overload on that left side. Griffin nowhere to go with the basketball, picked up by Hampton. Hampton holding against Simmons. That'll be Williams. Williams trying to get away from the trap on the sideline, and a whistle and a foul called. Herron will make another change at 1:45. And the Red Devils inbound. That is the 5th team foul now on the Achaeans. Simmons done for the day, apparently, as he will set the bench. He's going to finish with 6 points unless we see him come back in. That's Bo Carter. And another foul call. They give us the indication of who that foul was on for the Achaeans at 1:40 to go. Williams inbounding from the baseline. Here's Bo Carter. Carter spins. Will find Tylee Hampton. And back out to Washington. Now here's where the Red Devils, again, just run a little clock. Get this thing over with as quickly as you can. But, boy, Washington will take it himself. He gets fouled. And Murray picks up the foul. That will be his first, and that'll send Tyrone to the line. Tyrone with 6 points. He's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. There you see the score and the time remaining. Washington on the board once again, and the Red Devils lead at 59-35. So again, 1:23 remaining. Second free throw's on the way. It is good. Good balanced scoring again for Richmond, though, other than Gibson, everyone else under the 10-point mark. But again, 11 players get in the scoring column. Three-pointer on the way by Cunningham, no good. Bo Carter battling for the rebound, and he gets tied up, and they call him for a travel. Wow. Boy, maybe a jump ball there, but not a travel of all things. He had 2 guys around him. 13 turnovers now by Richmond. Up to now 1:06 to go. I should say down to. That one just kind of launched from the wing. Washington with the rebound. Still would bet the Achaean shooting percentage somewhere around 10% by the time this one's over with. They just did not shoot well at all. And the Red Devils basketball as we're down to 43 seconds. Hampton on the sideline, looked to give it up to Carter. Here's Williams on the drive and missed the layup. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Achaean basketball, 28.4. This one shot from 3, and they finally hit an outside shot. That's Burns. And we're down to our final 15. Carter will give it back to Washington, and Washington almost lost it. And now that will do it. So the Red Devils finally break through. They win it here, 60-38. We'll come back and give you some final words as we'll prepare everyone for tomorrow. Stay right there. This is Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
All the amenities you want and the convenience you need. Your next apartment is waiting for you at Chester Heights Apartments in Richmond. Chester Heights Apartments come with 1, 2, or 3 bedrooms with central air, inside laundry, swimming pool, and a new regulation-sized volleyball court. Chester Heights also offers convenient access to IU East, Reed Hospital, shopping, restaurants, and more. Call today for specials. Chester Heights Apartments on Chester Boulevard in Richmond, a proud supporter of all Richmond High School athletics.
Are new cabinets on your wish list? Visit the new Georgia Direct showroom and see the great variety of cabinets on display in a modern setting. Georgia Direct carries quality craft-made one cabinets, and the new showroom has plenty of styles and colors on display. In Richmond, craft-made one is only available at Georgia Direct, where the designers are always on hand to help create a custom kitchen for your home. Visit Georgia Direct's new showroom on 40 East, next to Red Lobster. You'll love what you see, and you'll love the savings at Georgia Direct.
Well, one final time here at the Athletics and Wellness Centers, the Red Devils win it 60-38. It was Burns leading the way for Herron. He had 16, the only player in double figures today for Herron, who falls to 1-9 on the season. Red Devils, again, 11 players in the scoring column. Ferguson with 11, Gibson with 15, 3 by Griffin. Van Landingham had 2, Davis with 2, Carter with 6, Washington with 8, Harvey finishing with 6. 2 points by Williams, Clemens with 4, Hampton with 2. The Red Devils now 3-9 on the season. Again, they'll play Portage tomorrow, and that again will be a 12:30 tip-off right here at the Athletics and Wellness Center. Thanks for being with us. Red Devils win it 60-38. This has been Richmond Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.